In the quiet bay of Elefsina, Greece, lies a haunting silhouette. Locals whisper about it. Divers fear it, and yet no one knows the full truth. Once a symbol of luxury, now a decaying ghost. This is the Mediterranean sky. But what happened deep inside this abandoned ship will chill you to the bone. In the 1960s, the world was sailing into a golden age of luxury. Among the elite cruise liners, one name echoed with grandeur: City of York. Built in 1953 in Newcastle, this majestic ship was a symbol of elegance. Her decks welcomed politicians, businessmen, and the upper crust of society. But it wasn't until the late 70s that she took on a new identity. Renamed the Mediterranean Sky, she became the pride of the Greek shipping line. Her route, Athens to Australia, a journey of splendor across the seas. But dreams don't last forever, and this one was already starting to crack. By the 1990s, the golden age of Mediterranean sky had faded. Cruise liners had grown faster, fancier, and more profitable. The sky couldn't keep up. Her final voyage was in 1996, once bustling with music, laughter, and champagne. Now, only silence echoed through her empty corridors. Left idle in the port of Patras for years, debt piled up. Eventually, the ship was seized by authorities. In 2002, she was towed to Elefsina Bay, a floating graveyard for forgotten vessels. There she waited, slowly dying. December 2003. Heavy winds howled across Elefsina Bay. The Mediterranean sky, already weak, could no longer resist. With no crew, no anchors, and no defenses, she tilted, slowly, silently. The once great liner rolled onto her side. No explosion, no warning, just a soft groan of steel. Her massive body now rested at a chilling 40-degree angle. Half submerged, half exposed. She was neither dead nor alive, a ghostly figure frozen in time. Locals began calling her the sleeping giant, but few dared approach. Months passed. The ship remained frozen, a 40-degree steel monument to forgotten glory. But soon, curiosity arrived in wetsuits. A group of professional divers, thrill seekers, and historians set their sights on the wreck. They wanted to document it, explore its remains, but what they found was far beyond twisted metal and barnacles. Inside, time stood still, tables still set, curtains swaying in still water, personal items eerily untouched, a suitcase, a doll, a cracked mirror. But as they went deeper, a chill filled the water. The divers reported strange sounds, like footsteps on metal and flashes of movement in empty hallways. Some divers never returned, not because of death, but fear. One described hearing voices calling his name in languages he didn't recognize. Another claimed he saw shadows dart past in rooms with no exit. Their cameras often glitched near the lower decks. And some photos, when developed, showed figures that weren't there. Legends spread that the ship wasn't just rusting, it was remembering. Locals said the ship held souls, of passengers who didn't want to leave, of crew who still roamed the halls, of something older, darker. Word spread like wildfire. Divers shared terrifying accounts. Locals whispered stories to one another. At taverns, docks, and firesides, they said the ship was cursed, that it had never truly been empty. One fisherman claimed he saw a woman in a white dress walking on the tilted deck at midnight. Another swore he heard music, piano music, drifting over the waves. Children were warned never to go near. Some believed the ship would vanish completely on certain nights, swallowed whole by the sea, only to reappear by dawn. The Mediterranean sky had become more than a wreck. She was alive in rumor, legend, and fear. Over the years, rust took hold. Nature reclaimed what man abandoned. The Mediterranean sky's decks collapsed inward. Sea creatures made homes where tourists once laughed, but the legends never faded. Tourists came, drawn by the mystery. Photographers sought the perfect shot of the haunted hull, but some never returned. One drone pilot lost all footage. His drone plummeted after capturing a hand waving from the bridge. That image, frozen on a single corrupted frame, became infamous. In online forums, the waving dead, they called it. In 2024, a group of professional divers and urban explorers decided to go deeper, not just around the ship, inside it. They wanted to film a documentary, The Ghost Ship of Elefsina, equipped with high-end underwater drones, oxygen reserves, and night vision GoPros. They entered the tilted corridors of the Mediterranean sky. What they found was worse than they imagined. Floating debris, children's shoes, cabin walls scribbled with strange symbols, markings no one could explain. One diver's comms went silent. The rest heard him scream before the feed cut out. They found his camera later, still recording, and on it, a single frame, a face, not his, pale, wet, watching from the shadows. The footage went viral. Real ghost caught on tape, they said. Experts debated, some calling it edited, others swearing it was authentic, but the diver who screamed was never found. No body, no sign of struggle. The wreck was declared off limits. But that only drew more thrill seekers, TikTokers, and mystery hunters. They came with questions. Some came back with fear in their eyes, some never came back at all. And through it all, the Mediterranean sky remained silent, watching, waiting, a ghost of a ship, a grave of the past, and a warning to those who dare to dive into forgotten places.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe my channel.